Hey there, welcome back to Finance and Fortune. Today we're diving into a topic that most people struggle with but don't talk about enough: why you're still broke. Have you ever found yourself working harder, earning more, yet still not seeing the results in your bank account? It feels like no matter how much you hustle, the financial progress just isn't happening. Well, you're not alone, and the good news is you don't need to make a fortune to break the cycle of being broke. In this video, I'm going to reveal 7 surprising reasons why you're still broke, and these might not be what you expect. Understanding these reasons can help you make better decisions and finally start building wealth. Before we get started, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our tips on how to take control of your money and grow your fortune. Ready to change your financial future? Let's get into it. 1. You're spending to feel rich instead of being rich. Have you ever bought something just to get that quick dopamine rush? Maybe it was a new phone, a designer bag, or even a fancy dinner. These purchases might make you feel good for a moment, but if you're buying things to feel rich, you're actually doing the opposite. You're keeping yourself broke. It's all too easy to fall into the trap of lifestyle inflation. You get a raise, and suddenly, instead of saving or investing that extra cash, you upgrade your car or move into a bigger apartment. Society, especially social media, pushes the idea that looking successful is the same as being successful, but they couldn't be more wrong. Remember, the people who flash their wealth the most are often the ones struggling financially behind the scenes. What should you be doing instead? Shift your focus from buying things that make you look rich to acquiring assets that will make you actually rich. Assets like stocks, real estate, or even your own side hustle will put money back into your pocket over time. For example, instead of spending $200 on a night out, imagine using that money to invest in index fund. That $200 could grow into thousands over time. Key takeaway: financial freedom isn't about having the latest and greatest. It's about living below your means and investing in things that grow your wealth. Start prioritizing assets over liabilities, and you'll be amazed at how your financial situation improves. 2. You don't track your expenses consistently. If I were to ask you right now how much money you spent on food, entertainment, or bills last month, could you tell me? If you don't know where your money is going, you're probably spending more than you think. This is one of the biggest reasons people stay broke. They don't track their expenses, so they don't realize how much money is leaking out. Think about it. How many times have you casually swiped your card for small purchases? A coffee here, a snack there, a quick online purchase. These little expenses can add up to hundreds, if not thousands, over the course of a month, leaving you wondering why there's no money left at the end. Start by tracking every single expense, and I mean everything. Whether it's a $1 pack of gum or a $500 utility bill, write it down. Use apps like Mint or YNAB to help categorize your spending. When you track your expenses, you'll start to see patterns like how you might be spending way too much on takeout or streaming subscriptions. But here's the magic. Once you see where your money is going, you can control it. When you realize you're spending $150 a month on coffee, it becomes easier to cut back and reallocate that money into savings or investments. Budgeting doesn't mean deprivation. It means giving yourself permission to spend on things that matter while cutting out what doesn't. 3. You rely on credit cards like they're free money. Let's talk about a habit that keeps millions of people in financial chains, relying on credit cards like they're free money. It's all too tempting, right? You don't have to worry about paying immediately, so you swipe and swipe, telling yourself you'll deal with the bill later. But when later comes, the balance is huge, and the interest is crushing. Credit cards can be useful when used responsibly, for example, to build credit or earn rewards. But if you're relying on them to fund your lifestyle, you're setting yourself up for financial disaster. The average credit card interest rate is over 20%, meaning if you carry a balance, you're essentially paying extra for everything you buy. 4. You're not investing early enough or at all. Here's a big one: you're not investing, or you're not investing early enough. The truth is, you don't need to have a huge pile of cash to start investing. What you need is time, and the earlier you start, the better. It's all about compound interest, which is when your investments earn interest, and then that interest earns interest, and so on. Over time, this can result in massive growth. Let me give you a quick example. Let's say you invest $200 a month starting at age 25. If your investments grow at an average of 8% annually, by the time you're 65, you'll have around $700,000. Now, if you wait until you're 35 to start investing the same amount, you'll end up with only $300,000. That's a $400,000 difference just because you waited 10 years. Now, some of you might be thinking, I don't have enough money to invest right now. But here's the thing, you can start small. Even if it's just $50 a month, it's better than nothing. Over time, as you grow your income and cut unnecessary spending, you can increase your contributions. The key is to get started as soon as possible and let time do the heavy lifting. 5. You don't have an emergency fund. Here's a scary statistic. Nearly 40% of Americans can't cover a $400 emergency without borrowing money. If you don't have an emergency fund, one unexpected event, whether it's a medical bill, car repair, or job loss, can throw you into a financial tailspin. Think about it. If your car breaks down and you don't have an emergency fund, what do? You either put it on a credit card, take out a loan, or worse, dip into your long-term savings. All of these options will keep you broke and stressed. An emergency fund is your financial safety net. The rule of thumb is to have 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses saved up. Now, I know that can sound overwhelming, but the key is to start small. Even having just $500 or $1,000 saved up can make a world of difference when an unexpected expense comes up. 6. You haven't changed your money mindset. This might be the most important point of all. If you don't change the way you think about money, you'll stay stuck in the same financial patterns. Your mindset plays a huge role in how you handle your finances. If you believe things like, I'll never be able to save, or money is evil, then you're limiting yourself before you even start. A lot of people grow up with negative beliefs about money. Maybe you were taught that money is hard to come by, or that wealthy people are greedy. These beliefs get ingrained in your subconscious and affect the way you make financial decisions. 7. You don't have a plan. Lastly, and perhaps most crucially, you don't have a plan. You wouldn't set off on a road trip without a map or GPS, right? Well, the same goes for your finances. If you don't have a clear plan for your money, you'll end up drifting, living paycheck to paycheck, and wondering where all your money went. Creating a plan doesn't have to be complicated. Start by setting specific financial goals. Whether it's saving for a down payment on a house, paying off debt, or retiring early, having a clear target will give you direction. Once you set your goals, break them down into smaller, actionable steps. For example, if you want to save $10,000 in a year, figure out how much you need to save each month and week to reach that goal. Remember, failing to plan is planning to fail. Having a financial plan gives you control over your money and helps you make progress toward your goals. So there you have it, being 7 surprising reasons why you're still broke. By recognizing these patterns and making small changes, you can start to shift your financial future for the better. It's not about working harder. It's about working smarter and changing your mindset. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Let's spread the knowledge and help each other break free from financial struggles. Comment below. What's one thing you're going to change after watching this video? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and remember, financial freedom is possible for everyone.